Hi everyone, I'm Nicole Guillaume with Guiding Echoes, the channel that is devoted to your spiritual and personal growth. And in this video, I want to give you my top 5 book recommendations that will help you to enhance your psychic mediumship abilities. The very first on the list is Ghost Among Us by James Van Praagh. Now, if you are a new medium or if your mediumship abilities are just starting to open up or reopen up, then this is a book I would highly recommend. As a new medium, you might be confused as to what life as a medium will be like, and this book paints a pretty good picture for you. In this book, James Van Praagh talks about his various different experiences as a psychic medium, and what makes his take on it unique is that he also talks about visiting different haunted movie studios. And the reason this part of his book is so fascinating is because he got to meet the ghost of Lucille Ball, and that interaction was very intriguing to me. So it talks about how she was still a busybody in the afterlife. You know, she still wanted to run the studio. She was showing James Van Praagh where her office used to be, where her trailer was, and I just found all of that pretty fascinating. In the book, he also gives different tips for ghost hunting, if that's something you're interested in. He talks about grounding, psychic protection, and how ghosts communicate, which is all very insightful information if you are new to mediumship. So be sure that you check that one out. The second book that I have for you is called Conquest of the Mind. Now, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name because I know I'm going to get it wrong. But Conquest of the Mind is a wonderful book that will teach you how to meditate. Now, this is going to be a different type of meditation than what you're used to. In this day and age, and especially in our Western civilization, we're more prone to using guided meditations, and that's not the type of meditation this book is going to teach you. This meditation is where you pick out a passage or a quote or a scripture or mantra, and you repeat it over and over again very slowly in your mind. And as you do that, you really absorb the energy of the words, the vibration of the message, and you just really kind of allow your energy to take a bath in that beautiful quote or mantra. And I highly recommend this book because there are very distinct steps that you'll want to take that will help you to really absorb this energy. And the reason I feel that this type of meditation is important for psychic mediums or anyone who wants to develop any type of psychic intuitive skills is because there's really no intent behind this type of meditation. And here's what I mean by that. When you do a guided meditation, there is some type of experience that you are longing for, right? There's some type of result you want to get out of it. And that's why a lot of guided meditations are geared towards people who want to lose weight, or they want to connect with their spirit guides, or they're trying to de-stress themselves. You know, they're trying to unwind. And don't get me wrong, those are all great, and they definitely have their place. But being able to meditate just for the sake of meditating is just as important. And when you're able to focus on a mantra or a quote or something that is significant to you, it really does allow you to clear your mind and to expand your consciousness. And so, like I said, there's really no end result that you're wanting to achieve here other than to just clear your energy and clear your mind and allow yourself to absorb all that wonderful, beautiful energy that the universe wants to shower upon you. The third book that I have for you is called Psychic School, and this is by Craig Hamilton Parker. Now, this book just hit my radar a few days ago. I happened to stumble upon it on Amazon, and I am so glad that I did. So, Psychic School is exactly what it sounds like. It is basically a textbook. You know, if psychic schools existed, well, I think they exist in the UK, and in the USA they're kind of questionable. But if psychic schools existed, this and the next book I'm going to tell you about would definitely be part of the curriculum. So Psychic School gives you a lot of different exercises that you can practice so that you can enhance your abilities as a medium. Now, the only downfall to this is that many of the practices in the book do need to happen in a group setting. So you're probably looking at about 4 or 5 people that you can practice with. Now, I know that's difficult for a lot of people, but I actually run a mediumship circle online. And if you would like to learn more about that, you can visit my website at guidingechoes.com/medium group. So that's guidingechoes.com/medium group. But anyhow, getting back to this book, one of the things that I really enjoyed is in the very first chapter, he gives this amazing exercise that will help you to boost your confidence as a medium. And it's very simple. It's to imagine yourself being a successful medium. It means that you close your eyes, you visualize what it would be like to actually receive messages from spirit and to deliver them to someone you know or someone you don't know. So this is a wonderful way to rehearse that scenario in your mind before you actually practice it in the real world. And whenever we take the time to visualize what we want in our lives, we are giving our mind the ability to embrace that idea. And it also really does boost our confidence, it boosts our self-esteem, it keeps us motivated. And when we go after something in life, sometimes we just need that reminder of what it would look like to be successful. Because on our way to success, we're going to experience a lot of failures. It's a fact of life. So if you notice that you don't always get the message right, or maybe you are giving a reading for someone and it seems like you've got the wrong spirit, that happens. I don't want to say it's okay because I don't want you to think that that's something that should happen all the time. Obviously, it's not. But this does happen, especially when you're new, okay? So he talks about that in this book, and that's why it can be a really good tool, because when you run into a situation like that, you might be like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? Like, maybe I'm not a medium after all. Relax. You're fine. It happens to everybody. In the book, he'll show you how you can put up better protectors and how you can get a clearer line to heaven so you can pull in the energies and the people that you need to speak with. So, awesome book. Number 4 on the list is Intuitive Studies, A Complete Guide to Mediumship, and this is written by Gordon Smith. So, Psychic School and Intuitive Mediumship are both very similar books. So, they actually have some of the same exercises, and they have completely different exercises. And my philosophy on things like this is that it's always great to get someone else's opinion, right? You want to get your opinion from, or you want to get your information from more than one source, because not everyone explains things the same way. And one teacher may have most of the puzzle pieces, and the other teacher is the one who has the missing piece that just kind of puts everything together for you. And this happens because teachers all have their different personalities, they have different ways of explaining things, they have different experiences, they see the world through different filters, and sometimes we just jive better with one teacher than with another. So I love both Psychic School and Intuitive Studies because they both have amazing exercises in them, and you can learn a lot from practicing the different exercises in both of these books. So very last on the list is called Toward the Light by Amy Major. She was actually just a guest on this channel yesterday. I'll be sure to post the link to that video so you can check out the interview with her. She told us how we can help our loved ones move to the other side if we feel that they're earthbound. But in Toward the Light, Amy talks about her experience as a rescue medium. And a rescue medium is someone who makes it their mission to help ghosts and earthbound spirits. And what they do is they help guide them towards the light. So they don't try to force them to go anywhere. They're not trying to bully these and intimidate these different spirits. They, as lovingly as possible, show them the way to the light so that the ghosts and earthbounds can make that decision to cross over. Because even as an earthbound spirit, or I should say as a spirit, once you cross over into the other side, you still have free will. So what you choose to do once you're outside of your body is up to you. And some spirits choose to stay, others choose to go. And the ones that choose to stay can sometimes cause some problems, cause some issues. And most of the time, they don't do this with the intent of causing problems. It's just that they're stuck in their own minds, stuck in some type of story that they're telling themselves, and they might need some help and guidance to get out of that so they can go where they need to go. So Toward the Light by Amy Major is a wonderful book, and I'm recommending this one to you because as a medium, you are going to run into earthbounds. And because earthbounds can have a heavier, darker energy to them, they can feel more dense, they can be intimidating if you don't know what you're up against. So I believe that this should be required reading for new mediums so that when you run into that type of situation, you're not intimidated or scared by it. You'll have an idea of what's happening and you'll know why you don't need to be intimidated or scared by this situation. So those are the 5 books that I recommend, and I would like to ask you, is there a psychic mediumship book that you absolutely love that you would like to share with others? If so, recommend it. Tell us all about it and put it in the comment section down below. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I would like to welcome you to the Guiding Echoes community, and I'd also like to invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here on this channel, we love to talk about things like the afterlife, the spirit world, and things of that nature. So if that's something you're interested in, you have come to the right place. So hit that subscribe button, and also be sure that you hit that little bell icon so you can be notified when I release new videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.